Hey guys, you're joining us as we are taking care of some different chores on the boat this week. We decided not to sand the hull again this week. We are a little bit sanded out and we want to take a little bit of a break from that. So we got about halfway done so far, and next time we're probably going to try something new, possibly get a belt sander and see if that is any faster as far as sanding goes. But this week we want to take care of some other things, like taking out the old head system. We already partially took out the head system before. We took out the actual head itself and put a porta potty in its place, but that was only like a temporary solution. Now we want to take out the rest of the system, including the holding tank, and replace it with all new parts. We want to make sure that if we need to use the restroom while we're out, it's a system that we trust is not going to have any issues.
Yep. It's kind of awkward when you have friends out on the boat and they're like, oh, we need to use the restroom. And they're like, well, we have a glorified pot over there. So actually, I think a pot or a bucket would actually be easier to use than a porta potty. So yeah, we want a real head system. And I know the composting toilets are kind of a big deal. A lot of people are using them now, but I don't know. The idea sounds great in theory, but I just don't see it working well for us in practice. So we're going to go with a normal, standard, brand new marine head system and holding tank and put all that in. Next thing we're going to be doing is actually reorganizing the boat a little bit, kind of getting it, really not reorganizing as much as just removing as much crap as we can, because as anyone knows, if you've ever lived on a boat, I mean, living on a boat would be even worse than what we're experiencing, but if you ever try to work on a boat that has a bunch of stuff on it, it's just hard because it's already limited space and you're already kind of contorting your body into weird ways to work on different things on the boat. But now, and then you have all this crap that you have to deal with and move around all the time. So it ends up either doubling, I would say doubling the time and effort of the amount of work that you have to do as to whether or not if you were just working on an empty boat, it would just be a lot smoother. So we're going to try to get the boat as empty as possible and basically move all our tools off the boat and into our car now. So while we're on the hard, the boat will hopefully be about as empty as it can be.
Yeah.
The last thing we're going to be doing today is testing out an autopilot system for this boat. Now, the way we obtain this system is a little interesting. We actually got it from another YouTube channel called Abandoned Comfort. I highly recommend that channel, and their link's going to be in the description below.
We got to know Kelsey and Ryan because they're actually a local YouTube channel, so we've been able to spend some time with them over the last month and a half.
Yep, and they had 4 autopilots on their boat. 2 standard autopilots, 1 wind vane, which is really cool, and they had an extra autopilot actually for their emergency tiller, which is right here. It was specifically dedicated to the emergency tiller on their boat, and it was, as you can imagine, never used. So we're going to test it out, and if it works, we're going to buy it from them.
Yep.
Now, this tiller pilot was basically new in the box, and as you can see, it has the manuals here. It's called Autohelm, and I guess Autohelm is a British company. It's a Raytheon company, and looks like they're from England. So they have a telephone number. I don't know if I can call that with my phone though. So I'm gonna try to see if they still make this model or see how old this is. I've actually never seen it before. I'm sure it's pretty old, but it's never been used, so I'm interested to see if it works.
We've got our holding tank up here, as well as all of the, I don't know if you would call that piping, like soft piping, soft tubing.
All the plumbing, yeah, all the soft plumbing, essentially.
That we're going to take out because a lot of that plumbing or piping is dry rotted and
it's a 30-year-old holding tank. I mean, what can you expect? So I don't even know if it's going to fit through this hole, so we're going to see if
it better fit.
Yeah, I think it will if we kind of turn it, but
yeah, it's
probably going to be messy.
Yeah. 30-year-old poop.
We have big trash bags, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we better.
I'm pretty sure we do.
Okay.
For further review, we realized we left the big trash bags at the condo, which is an hour away, so I'm running to the store to get some right now.
Some of this is going to be a real challenge to get to. It's kind of just awkward with all the different pieces in such a small compartment. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Luckily, I didn't touch any of that. I've gotten both the straps off now. That last one that was way down deep in there was a little bit harder to do, so I didn't get that on film. But I've gotten both of the soft lines that went into the holding tank off too, so hypothetically, the tank should be able to come free now. So that was pretty bad. I detached this, and it is just full, and I can't really do anything, which is great. Hopefully Jordan gets back soon and tells me what to do next.
Alrighty, so we got all the hoses out, and that was messy. They're all in a big trash bag right now, and the holding tank is free to be removed. Now it looks like there's not much of anything in there. I think just the hoses had some excess crud in there, but I'm gonna try to get this thing out.
I don't know how that's gonna fit.
I don't know that it does. No. We're gonna have to start cutting something. Do we cut the holding tank in there?
That's gross.
I mean, I don't really want to cut it in my boat, so
Yeah. How thick is it?
go get me the hacksaw and we'll find out.
Ugh.
Let's do it. So gross. At least there's nothing in
It's
it.
not as gross as I thought it was gonna be, honestly. That one valve was gross. That's grosser for some reason.
We found poop in a valve. Alright, get that out of here.
I'm getting your sweat drip on your nose.
Moment of truth. Let me check back there. I'm an idiot. I put it on the wrong one. Moment of truth again. I heard it. Do something. So like, it's happy right there. We're going straight. Uh-oh, boat's moving. It corrects. Back to going straight. Boat's going the other way. Corrects. And I can correct it by 1 degree at a time. Or 10 degrees at a time. That's cool.
So how are you feeling right now?
A lot better. I thought it wasn't working, but it was my user error. I want to say thank you, Ryan and Kelsey from Abandoned Comfort. Again, guys, their link's going to be in the description below. You should check them out. All right, so we got a couple things done. We didn't get everything done because we ran out of time,
As per usual.
as usual. But we got the holding tank and the hoses and the porta potty out. So that's good.
We also were able to take a few things off the boat. We weren't able to really organize at all, but at least there's some less material on the boat.
Yeah, definitely. So the auto tiller works, so that's good too. We
were able to test that out,
and we're really happy about that. So can't wait to be back out sailing and not having to constantly have that tiller in your hand. So that's it. I may come out tomorrow evening to do a little more organizing on the boat, but as far as that goes, we're going to continue sanding probably next weekend.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.